Welcome to All Energy 2015. The conference comes from Glasgow this year. Come with us and see the businesses from the Highlands and Islands in the high energy and energy of Orkney Pavilions.
Wave Energy Scotland is a wave technology development body designed to bring together the best engineering and academic resources in Scotland to develop innovative projects and accelerate the development of wave technology.
This is a hugely important event for us. Given the geographic location of the port of Cromarty Firth, it's ideally located for many of the offshore projects that are going to come up in the future. So we feel we're very well positioned to accommodate the needs of those projects.
It's really important we're here at All Energy. You meet so many people. It's a really efficient way of meeting a lot of customers in really short time, so we love it here.
All Energy is an important event for anybody working in renewables. We've been coming to All Energy for the last 10 years since the Pure Energy Centre set up, and we find that there's quite a buzz around the high area, and so we quite like to have our stand there.
Well, I think it's so important to keep Kish on in the market and obviously out there meeting fellow people within the renewable energy market.
There's 117 new exhibitors here today, so I mean that's great as well for us to meet with new exhibitors and new delegates, so we're very impressed.
It's essential for us as things move forward. We've just had positive news on the interconnector for the Western Isles, and there's a plan in place now with timescales. So it's essential for us to be here and to be speaking to people, to the main players.
I think it's important for us to be seen here, to obviously keep raising the profile of Caithness. You know, we work very closely with High on the different things that are happening, so I think it's important for all of us to be here.
It's really useful for us because it's a chance to talk face to face with everybody who's in the industry all at one time and get a lot of feedback, and helps us to make those contacts and keep those contacts going.
Well, I have found it very useful, and it's very interesting to know what is going on in this sector, the renewable sector.
Quite clearly to see that a lot of people are still hungry to develop the sector further, despite some disappointing news last year, but there's still a lot of momentum here. You can see in Scotland there's a lot of activity going on and a lot of international visitors coming here.
The Highlands and Islands has been well known for many years and across many parts of the world as the hub of renewable energy, perhaps for the natural resources, but increasingly now for the deployment of technologies. We've had EMEC, and it has drawn people from across the world, developers from across the world to the Highlands and Islands, but you have to move on from testing at some point, and while that will continue with new devices, it's important that some of them move into commercial deployment, and that's why the Maygen project and the first deployment of a small array is so critical. It shows that the whole industry is moving forward, and while it might have moved more slowly than perhaps everyone had hoped for, it's a hugely important step for the tidal sector. On the wave side of things, then again, everybody knows the region has huge wave resource, but the technology is less well developed. And we need to just stop and make sure that engineering challenges are addressed and overcome, and that's where Wave Energy Scotland has such an important role to play. It is a new approach. It's an approach that I think has huge potential, and if we get it right, and I'm sure we will, then the huge global market in the wave energy sector will be capitalised on, just as we're trying to do and moving forward on in Tidal, creating the jobs, bringing the economic development opportunities, the export opportunities for our supply chain. So I think it's a really exciting development, and one which we look forward to taking forward over the next few years.
High, as the government's economic development agency for the Highlands Islands, has done lots to support many of the businesses here, and we look forward to seeing them prospering. But we've spent over 140 million in infrastructure projects around our coast and elsewhere to make sure that we can facilitate what we hope and will continue to be a very prosperous industry. So if you went round our region from Ardesir to Nick to Cromarty Port to Wick to Scrabster, all of these are infrastructure projects we've supported, as we have in Orkney and Shetland, and go to Maygen and the Pentland Firth, or Arnish and Stornoway, or Kishorn, as we see over here, and Machrihanish. So we see energy as being a really important part to the Highlands Islands going forward, and that's why we in Highlands Islands Enterprise were so pleased that Scottish Government entrusted us with the opportunity to bring wave energy to its real fruition, where we can make the most of our wind, wave and tide in the Highlands and Islands region.
Thank you for joining us at All Energy 2015. I hope you enjoyed your visit to the High Energy and Energy of Orkney Pavilion. We look forward to seeing you next year.